This is the Object 752. It is a Tier 9 collector Soviet heavy tank. It is a vehicle that is still one of the top performers in all of Blitz, which is kind of insane judging that it's been released for over a year at this point. In today's video, we are going to be uncovering the reasons why the 752 is still just a ridiculously strong vehicle. Starting off, we have the equipment. This is an autoloader, and because of that, almost the majority of players I would expect to see are going to be running calibrated shells. Yeah, Vents gives you a bunch of green stuff, but in reality, it's nothing impressive. Running calibrated shells gives you big bonuses, especially 374 mils a heat pen. I think the average player running calibrated shells alone is a massive buff. You will see a lot of people that are blinded by increased DPM with Rammer. They say, oh my god, I can have 200 more damage per minute. Oh, I'm going to be so much better. And then they bounce every shell and die. If you run Cali, the chance of dealing more damage is usually going to be the case. So that's the first thing. This vehicle really doesn't have a choice on its equipment. You're always going to be running calibrated shells if you know what you're doing. When it turns to the DPM, this is another reason. The vehicle has 2,487 damage per minute. That's a lot for not only an autoloader, but just a Tier 9 heavy. That's a lot of DPM. In fact, the majority of Tier 10 heavies are pretty close in terms of damage per minute to this Tier 9. So that as well, pretty dang devastating. But it gets even better. The vehicle features a double shot gun. Now, yes, it does have a fairly long shell intraclip of 4 seconds, but still deals 430 damage. That means in 4 seconds, you can deal 860 damage. And you've got really good pen. I should also mention the vehicle has 8 degrees of gun depression and a turret that is 290 mils thick, meaning that you're going to have to load heat if you want a chance of cutting through the mantlet. So it's a Soviet heavy with a very troll side armor, great side scraping capabilities. It has 8 degrees of gun depression, high damage per shot of 430 on a standard pen. It has 2 shells, high DPM, and even decent mobility. You can start to understand why this vehicle is so dang strong. It is the exact same reasons the Tier 8 American autoloader T77 is really strong. It doesn't have downsides. When you give a vehicle a double shot autoloader and you give it all these other amazing capabilities and you don't limit it in a certain aspect, it is obviously going to dominate the matchmaker. I don't think there's anything per se that makes this vehicle busted. In fact, I would drive an M5 any day of the week over the 752. And I might not average as much damage because it's got less DPM, but I can tell you for a fact that I'll win more battles due to the fact the M5 is able to just go bam, bam in 1.7 seconds and take 900 HP off your opponent and back in the cover. That's not going to be the case for the 752. It is going to take you a bit longer. Players that know how to back up will, and it can be a little painful. But the thing is, even if you don't get your second shell out, you just reload the clip, and in that situation, it's better. So let's see. In our first game, we have a WZ-114, a Chisei, and an IS-6 up against us. Well, we are going to make our way over towards base A. Hopefully our team does that as well, but you can never trust them. Okay, well, at least our E75 TS is going to. I also think the camo for this tank is really, really cool. I think originally it was Sputnik on the side of the camo, but then the Ukraine debacle broke out. And Wargaming said, yeah, probably not a good idea to put a Russian satellite on this vehicle right after all the bad things are happening. So we can see the AMX off to the side, and you can see the pretty good mobility on this tank as well. It's not like, you know, Godspeed, but it's pretty fast for a fairly heavily armored vehicle. Now, flat ground armor, I would not say is very good. In fact, you'll be penned the majority of shells fired at you. Okay, well, we got the T-44 off to the side. Okay, well, come here, T-44. What are you gonna do? You gonna run? That's really all you can do. But because my tank has pretty good mobility, I don't really know where you're gonna run to. We got one nice 490 damage shot. We're gonna aim it on his rear. Oh, really? Really? Come on. That's so lame. Well, either way, we're just gonna pin him here. The 53 TP is gonna pin him once, and I don't even know what this guy's doing for real. Oh, is he going to shoot at me? I'm going to angle towards him if that's the case. Alright, let's just reload and bonk. Thank you. Alrighty. Let's see. I'm going to reload. We only have to wait 16 seconds as it is. We got the ISU-130, we got the AMX-30 in mid. Our Pershing is just an absolute doofus. I mean, I don't really know what he thought he was gaining from YOLOing that. Got the Chisei 114 off to the side back there. Alright, well, let's aim it on the enemy Chisei. Aiming, and bonk. There you go. Nice 440 damage shell, and bonk. Unfortunate. Second one did not end up hitting. Right now, the major problem is base cap, but it looks like the enemy Kanonen might step into base D. I'm not 100% sure, but he might. We got 4 more seconds left on our reload. And let's see, is the Chisei still sitting over here? Yes, he is. Alright, well, there's 1 shell to the enemy IS-6, and 2 shells. Thank you very much for your 860 health. We back up and we reload. This is where, obviously, this tank is pretty insane, though, because I don't really have a downside of just waiting here. This is why all autoloaders are better than single shots, in my opinion. I don't really risk anything. I just pen the guy. There you go. Easy pen once, and we're going to aim it on him again. Easy pen twice. There you go. Another 800 HP shaved off the IS-6. Is our Kanonen going to cap the base, or is he just going to sit there the whole time? Like, I don't know what he's doing, guys. I really don't know what he's doing. Alright, we're going to reload again. I honestly don't really care about the IS-6 right now. He's not a threat. The Chisei, however, is a threat, so we're going to get 1 shell into the Chisei. He bounces me. We're going to aim in 1 more. Nice. There you go. Alright. Well, let's hope our Kanonen gets a shell out. Our team is going to clear the enemy 114. And at this point, I'm going to ignore the Chisei. And especially because I obviously have to wait for my reload. We're going to push up on the T-28 Defender. Let's get 1 pen into his track wheel. We're going to reload again. And 2 pens into his track wheel. I mean, this right here is why the 7.52 is busted. It's because of the fact that the vehicle just features DPM, armor, mobility. It has everything that you would want on a heavy. And it has, again, no downside. We blocked 3,000 damage this game. Now, to be fair, our opponents didn't really know what they were aiming at, and I guarantee there will be people typing in the comments, "Oh my god, I cannot believe Droodles had such easy teams. Oh my god, I never get teams like this." Even though they just forget, like, all the games that I have on live stream where I lose 2, 3 in a row and deal 4K every game on the loss. Like, I don't know. People are very subjective on their choices. Anytime I get an instant loss, it's people saying, "I've had worse." And every time I get an easy win, it's, "I've had worse." Like, it's just, oh well. Either way, 4,735 damage. Double the next highest on the team by quite a bit. But again, this is why the 7.52 is insane. There's really no counter, even if you fight tier 10s. Now, I don't know if we're going to fight tier 10s, but I'm not going to complain if we fight them, because, as I said, the tank is just so ridiculously strong. Well, here we are in our second game. We are up against tier 10s. Okay. Well, we have a 30B Sheridan E5 and a Motion. Well, that's not a tier 10, but it's got as much HP as a tier 10. Let's see, we got an M6 show, but a player number, so not that much confidence. We got a Kampfpanzer. I mean, we should be alright. I think the other reason why this tank is super duper strong is because it actually has gun depression. If it, you know, was a classic Soviet heavy, and if Wargaming was smart, they should have given it like 5 degrees, and it might have been actually pretty well balanced. But with 8 degrees, there's really not much of a weak spot to really shoot at. So we've spotted the 30B in the crossing. Also, sorry if my nose is a little nasally. It's a little stuffy right now. I'm not sick or anything. It's just, it's a little clogged up. Alright, we got the enemy 7.52. Easy shell into his lower plate. And let's see, we're just going to aim in a heat shell. There you go. Tilt our turret up. Does give us a teeny bit more armor when you do that. And we just took 800 health off the enemy 7.52. Good job from the enemy E5 there. Alrighty. Well, we are just going to chill and reload. The 30B is backing right into the open. I doubt he's going to do it again, but maybe. You never know. He did it once. He will probably do it again. So we got the Sheridan. Okay, maybe they won't. We could see the WZ 111-14 off to the side, and if there's nothing in mid, I'm not going to be too worried. Let's see. Let's aim it on the 7.52. Oh, they do have something in mid. It's a motion. Alright, well, let's aim it on the 30, baby. I don't know. Their whole team's kind of spread out right now, and I'm not able to do much about that. Oh, we got the 50-41 as well. Okay, well, get shot by the 30. There's just not much to do here. That's really the only complaints I have about this battle. Let's aim it on the side of the 30. Unfortunate. That was really unfortunate, actually. Let's see. I doubt we're going to be able to hit him. Oh, you know what? One thing I will say, not the most accurate gun. Like, that's definitely something I will say about this tank. Alright, let's move up. Hopefully the 30, he does shoot me, but oh well. I have to bleed some health to make some pushes with the team here. Let's aim it on the 7.52, and he bounces me, nice. We're gonna get 1 pen into his vehicle, and 2. Alright, well, we got the clear. Let's hope that our team does something, but actually they killed the 30. I mean, this is definitely winnable still. Yeah, this is easily winnable. Let's just get to the rear of the E5, possibly. No, we got the Sheridan, and the E5's just gonna die. Not really sure what he's doing, but bye. Okay. I mean, we're not doing that much damage right now at 1900, but they still have a lot of HP left. The enemy Sheridan is a one-shot for our T-92, but we'll have to see who wins that. I'm just gonna push over here. Let's see. 50-41, we got the Moishin. Moishin's just moving up, it looks like. So there's one easy shell into the side of his tank. 476, he stops. Bye-bye. Again, just insane. This is why this vehicle is so good. It's because it has this autoloader. There's really no counter to it, in my opinion. Let's just ram him for a nice 34. He gets shot. Unfortunately, the enemy Sheridan gets the clear on our teammate, but we reload. Bonk, there you go. Easy clear. 3,600 damage dealt, and I literally put 0 effort into this game. It's like 3 a.m. My brain is absolutely knackered after playing Lethal Company with Flossie all day. But even then, I just don't need to put an effort when it comes to the 7.52. It's a busted tank. Like, it's absolutely busted. 5 kills. We easily could have gotten 7 if we really wanted to, but I just didn't really care. But there you go. I mean, this is the 7.52. 3,700 damage. We blocked 2,300 again. We got a first class. People don't do great in this tank. Like, did we ace it for our first game? I didn't really look. No, we actually got a second class for that game. Shows you just the difference in XP you make from a tier 8 to a tier 10 battle. But yeah, I mean, it's not the hardest tank to ace. Honestly, you can probably ace it with a 5k, 4k if you do it right in a tier 10 battle. It's, I don't know, people don't do great in it, but it's just a super high average performer. I think it's an incredible tank. I would highly recommend to consider picking this vehicle up if it does get released. It's just insane. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.